Hey Libras, I hope you guys are doing good. This is going to be a reading for Mercury in retrograde. We're going to take a peek at the energies that are surrounding you, things that you might need to be mindful of over the next few weeks. And let me start by saying, Libras, that this is the second reading that I'm doing for you guys. I did one and it just, for whatever reason, did not save. Like when I tried to pull it up to post it, it was like, yep, file cannot be found. File might be corrupted. Something's wrong with this. And I was so irritated because it was such a good reading. Like, granted, Libras, it was about a person coming back to you, which I know a lot of people hate, but it is retrograde. It's kind of a thing. But the overall, like, sort of message in there was that you're good. And you have evolved to the point where you are so much more discerning that you're able to use your intuition, that you realize that this person, even though they've put in a little bit of work to try and change their ways, to try and change the person that they are, it hasn't been enough. They haven't done enough to be a significant part of your life. And you are going to continue moving on your path towards your dreams, independent of this person. And if at some point they catch up, then that's wonderful. If they don't, oh well. Not your problem, not your concern. You have your own life to lead. It was really a dope reading, and I am so baffled at why I wasn't able to bring that to you guys. But obviously there's a different message that Spirit has in mind for you that you need to know, like, right now. So let's see what that is. We are going to start by pulling an oracle card to see what the overall energy is that's surrounding this reading for you all right now. And what came out for you is New Moon in Leo. Confidence is the key to your success. So what I'm feeling right now is that there are doors that have the ability to be opened for you, but you are going to have to sort of tap into your personal power to be able to open them for yourself. That you are going to have the confidence inside of you to actually step through those gateways and take advantage of the opportunities that are coming your way. I feel like whatever this endeavor is that's in front of you, it has all the potential in the world, but you need to sort of have faith in yourself and faith in the universe that things are going to work out in your favor. So we're going to jump into some tarot and see what's happening with you right now. So what's coming towards you during retrograde? We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And so what I feel, we also have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So what I feel like is happening right now for you, Libra, is that there's been sort of endeavor that you have embarked on. And I don't feel like this is actually related to any sort of relationship. This could be a project that you've been working on. This could be your career, education. I feel like this is something that's related to your finances, your ability to build wealth. I feel like something that you've been working on, you have grown a little bit disenchanted with, and you're starting to question whether or not this is something that you should continue doing. But it also feels as though there's something in you that is not quite ready to give up yet. With the Nine of Wands in reverse, this is my Wounded Warrior card. Right? This is a soldier that's been through battle. They're tired. They're barely standing up. They have like this much energy left to keep going. And so I feel as though, you know, things have not been progressing in the way that you wanted it to. And you're starting to doubt yourself a little bit. You're starting to wonder if you should continue giving towards this work that you've been doing. But there's something that's keeping you from giving up completely. Like there's that final push. It's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to do this one last time. And if it doesn't work out, fine, I'm going to call it quits. Right? So there's a little bit of a disruption that's coming your way with the Three of Wands. And this to me feels like a good disruption. Wow, that's a lot of cards that flipped over. We're not going to take all of those. But the Three of Wands is a good disruption. Again, this is someone who is like literally standing and they have the world in their hands. And they're just trying to sort of explore their options before. So I feel, again, and this goes back to the overall energy that's surrounding this reading, is that, you know, confidence is your key to success. So, you know, you're literally holding the world in your hand, but we have that clarified by the Emperor in reverse. And so this feels like, you know, a bit of a sense of powerlessness, that you don't know how to move forward. And again, you know, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, there seems to be a level of self-doubt that's happening for you right now. That it's like, I mean, should I even be doing this? Am I capable of doing this? So, you know, because you haven't necessarily seen the results that you wanted to get from the work that you've been doing, it almost feels as though you've been questioning yourself. And so that seems to be a little bit of the disruptive energy that I'm feeling, is the self-doubt that's sort of creeping in for you, right? Even though Libra, there's so much potential here, there's so much opportunity, but there's a shift that's happening during the same time period. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have Fortitude, which is a strength card in traditional tarot. So I almost feel as though what's happening right now is that you are moving towards a place of empowerment, right? It feels as though this last bit of energy is somehow going to magnify itself. It's going to magnify. And I don't necessarily know that it's going to be helped along by anybody else. I don't feel as though you are in a place where you're leaning on anyone else. I think at times, Libra, there may have been sort of the inclination like, well, I need somebody to help me with this. I can't do this by myself. And I feel like Spirit is saying that there's going to be a shift where you realize that, yes, you can do this. And it's going to be entirely up to you. That this is going to be an endeavor that's going to require you tapping into you. Nobody else is going to be able to do this for you. And I think that you realize that. Now, that's not to say that you can't get guidance or advice from other people. I think that that will play an integral role, but to a fairly small degree. But it's going to be up to you. And I think that you're going to sort of straighten your back and be like, you know what? No, I can do this. I can do this. I got this. So this is you, you know, sort of taming this beast of negative self-talk that comes up every now and again, I think, in your energy. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this is someone who's no longer waiting to see what happens. This is someone who's taking control. And it's like, all right, what resources do I have around me? What's available to me right now that can sort of shift the tides of what I've been doing? And how do I leverage, those seeds that I have planted? So oh, Jesus. Okay. So, that flipped out aggressively. But, I feel like this is going to be something that's very internal for you, that you are really going to have to dig deep and continue to persevere, even if things don't seem to be going as well as you would like them to right now. So something to be mindful of, Libra. We have the Princess of Wands in reverse, and let's see if we can clarify that a little bit further for you. We have the Knight of Cups. So I almost feel like, Libra, that when you are sort of at your end, where you're like at the point of sort of giving up, there's something that comes in that reignites that flame. There's something that comes in that's like, that reminds you of why you undertook this project, or you decided to take this path. And it's going to reignite your love for what it is that you've been doing. So I feel like, a big message here is that if this is something that you started, that there was a reason for it, that it was something that you enjoy, that it was something that you wanted to do. It wasn't something that you were forced into. It was a very conscious decision. And so I feel that even though you haven't seen the results that you wanted to, at least as quickly, I think, as you wanted to see them, there's this sense of you were on this path for a reason. And it's going to be up to you to sort of see it through. Now, what we have in terms of, what's coming out of this retrograde energy, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card, Libra. It's stability, it's prosperity, and it's something that's born of you, nobody else. We also have clarifying that the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I think that going forward, there's, it's going to take you a little bit of time to come out of this energy where you're frustrated, where you're questioning yourself, where your energy for doing whatever this is kind of fading off. But again, keep an eye out for these doors opening. Keep an eye out for things that remind you of why you started this journey in the first place. Because what's ultimately going to happen with this Nine of Pentacles is this abundance, this stability, this material wealth that you have been looking for. And it's going to be a direct result of you putting in that work, understanding that this is what was meant for you. It wouldn't have been put in your path if it wasn't. And we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So, this is sort of tempering yourself, right? Not speaking negativity into what it is that you're doing, not sort of speaking to yourself in an unkind way or with any level of aggression. I feel like more than anything, this is your time, Libra, to affirm yourself and say, you know what, even though things were slow, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. I mean, you can even look at Jeff Bezos with Amazon, right? If you look on the internet, you can see a photo of him like sitting at a folding table in some random ass room with nothing in it. And that's how he got started. And years and years and years later, he has this huge like empire, right? That's making him money. If he has kids, their kids, their kids, their kids, they're set for life. But it was a matter of persistence. It was a matter of fortitude and sort of pushing through. The last message that we have out for you from Spirit is forgive and forget. So Libra, I feel like those times where you didn't affirm yourself, those times that you may have spoken negatively about your dreams or your ability to actually achieve them, I feel like, there are times where maybe you beat yourself up, like you kind of go back and forth like, well, I should have said this and maybe I shouldn't have said that. And why did I do that to myself? Why am I self-sabotaging? It's time to let that go. So whatever you have sort of spoken into yourself that wasn't positive, it's time to forgive yourself for being human and, not being kind to yourself. It's time to say, you know what? It happens. I'm human. I'll do better going forward, and leave that in the past. So again, now I feel like Libra, for whatever it is that you're working on, it's time for you to double down. It's time for you to dig in real, real deep, get your strength up, get your fortitude up, and push through, because there's something wonderful waiting for you. This Nine of Pentacles, this is independence. This is wealth building that comes from you. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But in the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.